Hello everybody, welcome to the first installment of Charlestown Sounds. I love good music and I love Charleston, South Carolina. And in my short time as a student at the College of Charleston, I met some very talented local musicians who I feel deserve exposure to a larger audience. So with that in mind, I've decided to create a series of videos in which I interview the local musicians and have them play a live set for me. And so in this inaugural video, I interview a band by the name of Whitehall. And this band consists of 5 College of Charleston students who I believe have some incredible potential. So without further ado, here is my interview with the band Whitehall. Hello Whitehall.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Yeah, thanks for coming in to talk for a minute.
Yeah, of course.
So who are you guys?
Well, we're Whitehall.
We're Whitehall. We're a local band. We started last year, about this time last semester, I would say, or last year, I mean. And we've been just kind of playing shows around the Charleston area, doing a lot of house shows, a couple venues here and there. Awesome. We've gone on the road a couple times to Clemson and Atlanta, but yeah, we've been doing that. We released an EP in October, and we're just trying to build our fan base up right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, what is one word that you feel best describes Whitehall, the band? Go.
Ooh. I'll go with music first.
No,
that was a terrible joke. God, one word. I don't know. I guess the best one word I can think of is fun. Yeah. It's corny and it's cheesy word to use, but I think it's a fun project and we're all having a great time doing it.
And I think our music is fun too.
Yeah, it's as far danceable
and style.
We have a good time in our shows. So
good word.
Fun's the best corny word I could think of.
Yeah.
So, how would you guys describe your style or your sound? You can use like more than one word if you like.
Thank you. Yeah. It's hard to like pinpoint an actual style. We get asked that a lot, like, you know, who you guys sound like, or, you know, what kind of music are you? And it's really hard because we all have like a very different background in music. You know, I come from like a lot of rock in high school. Like all I did was, you know, listen to rock and roll in high school and a lot of classic rock bands. Like, you know, I'm the biggest Foo Fighters fan in the world. But as I came to college, like, and I think as all of us came to college, we started changing our music tastes and we started broadening them. So it just kind of just a combination of all of our backgrounds and all the music we listen to. So I would say the best way to describe it is just indie rock, pop, kind of maybe put some funk in there every now and then, stuff like that.
Cool. Yeah, kind of what he said. I mean, it's interesting. A lot of bands get together and they're like, "Oh, I like this band," and "Oh, I like that band too." So like, let's get together and try and sound kind of like that band. But we all are totally all over the place. We're like, let's just get together and see what happens. And I think
that's
it's really
awesome.
cool.
Yeah,
That,
so like a big melting pot kind of.
We're guessing now,
yeah.
So, kind of going off that, do you think there are maybe a couple musicians or bands that you feel have kind of had a big influence on your sound?
Well, I think we could answer that all individually.
Yeah, because it's all very different for each of us, I'd say.
Right.
Yeah, but I think I definitely pull a lot of my roots from singer-songwriter stuff like John Mayer and Jack Johnson. That's kind of my background, and I got into more like folk stuff like Bob Dylan and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what you guys.
Yeah, I mean, as for me, like I said, I was always into rock, but now that I'm in college now and I have broadened my music taste, I've been getting, you know, into more experimental stuff, a lot of jammy stuff. I study jazz now with Quentin Baxter, the drummer at the drum teacher at CFC. So I've been getting into jazz, a lot of EDM lately too. I've been to a couple festivals, or a festival. I went to Okeechobee Music Festival and just got so inspired by that music genre. So it all comes from that too.
I think for me, like in high school, I listened to a lot of like emo and rock and stuff like that, and I played in church a lot, and so it's sort of this weird like mix of post rock and emo that came together.
Yeah,
in this I don't really know how to
emo
describe
church.
Yeah, emo. Yeah, right. It's like there's a Venn diagram, you know, emo and church. We're kind of going for that niche right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, that's so.
He's very confused.
Yeah. Yeah. So
cool. So, do you guys like early 2000s rap? Hip hop, because I was walking down the sidewalk right near the library and I heard Grills by Nelly playing out of a car. And it was just a beautiful moment. So Do you maybe have like a particular early 2000s hip hop song that you like? I was just
we
really
actually
feeling that vibe.
we cover Remix to Ignition.
Yeah.
So that
really funny.
it's just like a no-brainer for us to say that one.
Yeah.
That's one of our high points in the show. Like we like you said, we have fun shows. Like people love.
We know when we play that.
So,
That's gonna be fun.
It always goes really well.
Yeah, it's fun.
That one.
Oh yeah,
R. Kelly.
It's a good time.
Yeah. So within the group, is there kind of like a designated songwriter, or what's kind of the process? What's the process of like making a song?
He definitely is the lyricist for almost the most part.
Probably written 80%.
With a few exceptions here and there, but for the most part, he comes in with a song usually like pretty much all fleshed out as far as like lyrics and parts, and then we kind of get in a room and write our own parts and maybe rearrange the order a little bit, but I'd say it's like 75-80% written by the time Patty walks in the room. So.
And usually, like what we've been doing lately, actually, is now that we actually have like a solid place to practice. Now we've been just getting together and jamming and just kind of just starting. I'll start with a beat or he'll start with a bass line, something like that, and we'll just go with that and create like an instrumental track and just figure out what we like with that, and then form a song out of that, and then add lyrics in later. It's kind of what we've been doing lately, I think.
Awesome. And we talked earlier. I know you said you're a big poetry fan. So
I am, yeah.
So it makes sense you're the lyricist.
Yeah, they worked out okay. Yeah.
Right. Are there any
like words.
Specific poems that you like, or?
Well, what I've been doing a lot lately is kind of like I've been reading poetry as like full books put out by authors.
Right.
So it feels more like an album, like you're reading like. It's comparable to like listening to a full album of music. It's one big piece of work. So I've been doing that a lot lately.
Cool.
I read a lot of Dylan Thomas lately. I love Mark Strand. Reasons for Moving was a great book. And Seamus Haney. Those are probably my top 3 all time. So
awesome.
Big fan.
Cool. So how has your reception in Charleston been as a band? Like, have you kind of been building a fan base? What have you kind of heard back?
Slowly but surely, I think.
Yeah.
We still don't have our Grammy yet, but that's coming next. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, because I've been to a couple of you guys' shows, and it seems every time that there are more fans at each show. So that's
right. Awesome. Now the problem now is that the cops are fans, so they show up, they shut the whole thing down.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Because we play a lot of house shows lately. It's kind of like an easy thing to do. It's easy to put on a house show just because it's free. You can get a bunch of people out. So that's what we've been doing. But like we don't get any money from that. Which it's not. We're not in it for the money. But like as a band and like to grow and to create more music, it's hard to not do anything when you don't have money or whatever. Right. So. There's that issue, and then there's always the cops too, because the noise ordinance in Charleston's a mess, and it always gets not always, but a lot of the time it'll get shut down, midway through our set, and that's it always puts a damper on it.
So the cops don't like Ignition remix?
What are they ever going to start killing, man?
Yeah.
But we've been growing a little bit. I feel like we definitely, there are people that know who we are that aren't just our friends and our moms. So
which is the really cool thing.
We'll hear our name every now and then too around campus with other like people we don't even know.
Yeah, which is cool.
Which is kind of cool. Yeah. It's slowly growing. Like it's not where we want to be. We want to get more involved, not with just the college, but the actual city of Charleston as well, and then go from there. And I think that'll come with time, especially as we grow and mature and get out of college and start doing our thing.
Definitely.
More.
Awesome, man. Well, I see you guys brought your instruments along. Would you like
How
to play
convenient is that?
Wow, yeah. It's good that we walk around with those all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get to it.
Right,
sure.
Absolutely.
Is the interview almost over? I don't know how much longer I can do this. Okay? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm excited to hear what these guys sound like, and I'm sure you are too. So here they are, Whitehall.
Constantly thinking about next week. time between then and now. The people that we meet, I'm constantly thinking, when you're not texting me, is there someone else that you would rather see? I'm hoping that you'll stay. I'm preparing for the worst, 'cause I'm sure it'll come my way. I torture myself, 'cause I think that one day it might help. I twist the knife in my own heart, so that when you eventually do, I don't fall apart. I torture myself, torture myself, torture myself, and constantly making stories in my head of you leaving me, the stupid shit I said. I'm constantly thinking, glass halfway empty, I'll never fill it back up. Things won't work out for me. I'm hoping that you'll stay. I'm preparing for the worst, 'cause I'm sure it'll come my way. I torture myself, 'cause I think that one day it might help. I twist the knife in my own heart, so that when you eventually do, I don't fall apart. I torture myself, torture myself. I torture myself.
I know that resonate for us. Good, that was awesome. Thank you. So,
Yeah.
how can we, wait, that was an original, right?
Yeah, that was an original. That was called Twist the Knife. And I was missing a gnarly guitar solo by our lead guitarist, Avery.
I'm just the demo bass player. I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
do it
right.
justice, yeah.
He's doing his best.
Yeah,
too.
we forgot to mention in the interview that we had two other members in this band, Avery Greason on lead guitar and Patrick Magwin on saxophone.
And they're both awesome.
Yeah, they're both killer
They're
players. So they're a big key to this band and
Yeah.
how this band is, how unique we are, I guess. So.
Yeah, it's usually a
For
lot
sure.
louder than this.
Yeah.
Well, that was great. So how can we stay in touch with you guys?
Check us out on Facebook, Whitehall Music, and then Instagram is Whitehall the Band. No spaces, no caps, no nothing. Just
Same
Whitehall
with
the
our
Band.
MySpace, yeah.
Yeah, MySpace. Yeah, check us out.
Yeah.
But we're also on Spotify and iTunes, so check us out there.
Nice. And also in the description of this video, you'll find a link to another live acoustic performance by Whitehall, so go check that out as well.
Yeah. We also released an EP in October called Before We Walked. It's on YouTube. It's on our Spotify. You can find it pretty easily.
Yeah.
So check that out as well.
It's really good.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, thanks for having
It's
us.
a pleasure, yeah.